The moment Ronaldo showed Messi and Neymar Jr. who's boss. The stadium lights burned like fire, illuminating every anxious face, every taut muscle, every heartbeat sync to the rhythm of expectation. Two of football's brightest stars, Lionel Messi and Neymar Jr., were ready to dazzle, to dominate, to remind the world why they were considered among the best. Then, as if the stage had been waiting all along, Cristiano Ronaldo stepped forward. And in a sequence of play that would be remembered for years, he didn't just score, he commanded the pitch, seized attention, and left Messi and Neymar Jr. grappling with brilliance they couldn't match. This was more than a game. It was a declaration. Skill, instinct, and dominance have a name: Cristiano Ronaldo. The build-up, when legends collide. Matches that feature Ronaldo, Messi, and Neymar Jr. are rare. They aren't just games, they're battles for legacy. The weeks leading up to this encounter were electric. Headlines shouted comparisons. Analysts debated who would outperform whom. Fans crafted arguments that had nothing to do with facts and everything to do with loyalty. Ronaldo had already been in sensational form that season. He had scored crucial goals, delivered assists, and imposed himself on every match like a storm you cannot resist. Messi brought his dribbling magic and vision, orchestrating movements that defied logic. Neymar Jr. carried flair and creativity, capable of making defenders disappear in an instant. But even the combined talent of Messi and Neymar Jr. couldn't predict what was coming that night. First half, the opening statement. The match began at a frenetic pace. Neymar Jr. danced past defenders with his signature steps, Messi threaded impossible passes, and Ronaldo positioned himself like a predator, observing, waiting, calculating. It wasn't the first half that stunned observers, it was the way Ronaldo read the game. He wasn't chasing the ball blindly. He was anticipating, slipping between defensive lines, and exploiting spaces that weren't even visible to others. And then, in a moment that seemed almost cinematic, Ronaldo received a pass near the edge of the box. With two defenders closing in, he feinted left, pivoted right, and unleashed a strike that curled into the top corner. The goalkeeper dove, but the net rippled. The stadium erupted, and in the stands, whispers began. Did he just? Yes, he just reminded the world who had the final say in moments like this. Messi and Neymar Jr. had been brilliant before, but Ronaldo's goal wasn't about flair, it was about efficiency, timing, and audacity. Second half, commanding every moment. The second half was when the true narrative unfolded. Messi tried to weave through the midfield, Neymar Jr. attempted daring dribbles, and for a fleeting moment, it seemed the brilliance might swing their way. But Ronaldo's presence changed everything. Every pass he made created space. Every run he executed forced defenders to adjust, altering the dynamics of the entire match. The psychology of the game had shifted. Even without touching the ball, Ronaldo dominated. And then came the decisive moment. A fast counterattack. Neymar Jr. was caught slightly off balance. Messi tried to intercept, but Ronaldo was already 3 steps ahead. The ball reached him just outside the box. A swift touch, a precise angle, and the shot thundered into the net, unstoppable, undeniable, unforgettable. The crowd didn't just cheer. They rose to their feet. Television commentators froze mid-sentence, replaying the moment over and over. Analysts began scribbling in notebooks, realizing they had just witnessed a historic performance. Ronaldo had not just scored. He had dictated the narrative, dictated the pace, and reminded everyone why he was considered a generational talent. The fans' reaction, awe and respect. For supporters of Messi and Neymar Jr., there was a mix of emotions. Admiration for Ronaldo's brilliance, frustration at being outplayed, and disbelief at how a single player could so thoroughly command the game. Social media erupted within seconds. Clips of Ronaldo's goals circulated worldwide. Hashtags trended. Comments debated every detail, the positioning, the shot selection, the composure under pressure. Fans of Ronaldo celebrated, of course, but even neutrals acknowledged the performance. Rarely do players leave such an immediate, tangible mark on a match dominated by multiple world-class talents. This was not just a victory on the scoreboard, it was a psychological triumph. Lessons in leadership and dominance. What made this display unforgettable wasn't just the goals. It was Ronaldo's approach. He didn't rely solely on natural talent. His physical conditioning, mental focus, and strategic awareness all combined to elevate him above even the most decorated competitors. Where Messi and Neymar Jr. played with artistry, Ronaldo played with precision. Where others sought to dazzle, he sought to dominate. That difference is what separates the good from the great. And that night, Ronaldo proved that greatness isn't always about flashiness, sometimes it's about control, timing, and ruthless execution. Post-match analysis, breaking down brilliance. Analysts replayed the match endlessly. Every goal, every movement, every run was dissected. They marveled at Ronaldo's spatial awareness, how he seemed to know where defenders would move before they moved. His finishing was clinical, each strike a lesson in geometry and power. Messi and Neymar Jr. were still brilliant, but they were shadows of what Ronaldo made the pitch feel like. Statistics alone couldn't capture the performance. It was psychological, tactical, emotional, and above all, it was historical. The ripple effect. The aftermath of this match extended far beyond a single win. Rival clubs studied footage. Coaches adjusted strategies. Young players analyzed his movement. Media outlets across the globe debated the implications. It wasn't just a match. It was a masterclass. Ronaldo didn't just score goals, he sent a message. Age, pressure, or comparison cannot suppress excellence. And in doing so, he didn't just outplay Messi and Neymar Jr. for one evening. He left a lasting mark on how future encounters would be perceived. Legacy in motion. Performances like this define legacies. They become the moments commentators reference decades later. They become the benchmarks against which every aspiring star measures themselves. For Ronaldo, this night reinforced the narrative that he thrives under pressure, against the best, when every eye is on him. For Messi and Neymar Jr., it was a humbling reminder that even the brightest talents must respect timing, positioning, and mental fortitude. And for fans, it was a spectacle, a reminder of why football captivates the world. Conclusion. The night Ronaldo ruled. When the final whistle blew, the scoreboard told one story: Ronaldo's team won. But the deeper story was clear to anyone who watched closely. Cristiano Ronaldo had seized the narrative. He had dictated the tempo, controlled the drama, and left two of football's greatest contemporaries chasing brilliance they could not replicate in that moment. It wasn't just a game. It was a masterclass. It was a declaration. It was the night Ronaldo showed Messi and Neymar Jr. who was truly boss.